This is a certified hood classic.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm licking it.
Of a battery case.
There it is. All rise. Order in the court.
I will find
aye.
contempt, which carries an additional 25 days.
Welcome.
I agree.
I can revoke you to the
Thank
25
you.
days underlying.
I had to back this up 2 seconds. We're watching live. The next dude that comes on, 10 man, get ready. Mikey, no internet today as of now. It's supposed to be back at noon, I think they said. And, well, Spectrum. So, yeah, we're doing the live thing today. Hang out for an hour or so. You never know. See what we can catch. We're in Reno to start. And I bagged it up just a couple of seconds because this next dude looked like a lot of fun. So, you know.
And Judge has beautiful hair.
Beautiful.
Stand by Jeffrey Kelsey. This is 23 CR 09992, DUI and a failure to appear.
Oh.
Mr. Hartzell.
I would have guessed differently.
Thank you, Your Honor. With regards to the FTA warrant, he went to all the courts, was unable to find the correct court, so he admits to not appearing on that date, and would like to be released to reappear. I also have a note he was arrested 2 days ago in the warrant. He also has a felony currently out of Sparks Justice Court.
All right. So, sir, how do you plead to the DUI second offense?
Not guilty. Say louder. Not guilty.
All right. We will set the matter for trial. And then do you admit or deny your failure to appear for court?
I appear to court.
I'm going to dismiss the failure to appear.
Sick boy. Sorry to
Let's
hear
just set a
that.
trial date for the DUI. And has bail been previously set?
Judge Frame, by the way.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. I was looking at
She's judge framed, yeah. Did you see his perfect
good,
bald
though.
spot? Did you see his perfect bald spot when he went down? He's got all this hair. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. It's a mop.
All right. We'll leave that bail in place.
It's crop circles.
Appointed, and we'll get your trial date.
That would be February 15th at 8 a.m. I apologize, at 1 p.m. with Mr. McGinnis.
All right. See you back then. Jeffrey Kelsey on standby. Gabriel Kiger.
Is she not judge frame maybe? And she just put that like picture up maybe? I don't know.
All right. Mr. Kelsey?
Kelsey.
Yes. We are here on, looks like you were found guilty for no proof of insurance.
Can you do that without
and then
internet?
you didn't pay your fines and fees. What's going on here?
We're going to take everybody on their honor for PPs today.
There you go.
With the pay rates, and I just wasn't able to pay it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
And why didn't you contact the court and ask for an extension? The court will always grant an extension.
We'll check it in a little bit. I promise. Thank
I
you.
apologize.
All right. How long have you been in custody?
2 days, but I have other pending stuff that's coming up, other charges in Sparks, so I'll be incarcerated a little bit longer.
All right. Here's what I'm going to
Well,
do.
at least he's
With
being
the
honest.
warrant, I'm going to convert the jail time or the fine of $743 to 6 days in jail with credit for time served, and we'll close out the case. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mikey Frame.
Gabriel Kiger on standby. Kylie Matthews.
We don't have a fun thing to play for that.
23 CR 15867. License plate. Oh, this is a competency hearing.
Oh, competency. Get ready.
Do we have an evaluation?
Yeah, he was telling me the
Your Honor, we do. I have a copy
something
here.
to do with
and
the file.
she was found to be competent, as far
All
as
right.
I can tell.
Okay. All right. So you've been
Yes.
determined to be competent. So what are we doing with the resisting a public officer and the license plates improperly displayed? Is there an offer, Mr. Alton?
Your Honor, has she been in since Christmas Eve?
Yes, yes.
All right. If she were to plead to the obstructing charge, city would dismiss the license plate charge and ask for credit time served.
All right, Ms. Kiger, do you understand that?
Yes.
How do you plead to
Yes.
the resisting a public officer?
I double L.
Were you present for the video?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about your constitutional rights?
No.
Are you a veteran of the U.S. military?
No.
I will accept your plea, and pursuant to a motion of the city, I will dismiss the license plates. What's the city's, oh, you recommended credit for time served. Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you're sentenced to credit for time served.
Thank you, Gary. She's been in
Kylie
since
Matthews on standby camera,
Christmas Eve,
Nasir.
by the way.
Yeah, can they do us a favor not mention that
sorry
shit
about
channel
that.
again?
I know, I heard it. I heard it.
My day's bad
All right.
enough as it is.
Nasir on standby, Aaron Peterson.
Nasir was a refusal as well. Peterson, come on up.
Oh, yes, you are correct. All right.
No, they're just
All
Spectrum.
right,
Yes, me
30
too.
months farm. How
Fiber
about
cable or
Aaron
something
Peterson
on their
on
end.
standby, Katrina Peart. Oh, nope, she refused also. Hold on.
Oh, refusals.
That's a refusal.
The deputy city attorney, it almost looks like a slow Knox.
All
doesn't it?
right,
Just a
so
little bit.
let's have Tyler Waters.
I
on.
thought about that too.
Yeah.
All right, this is 23 CR 00631. Looks like you already entered a plea, but then there's a failure to appear. What are we doing this morning, Mr. Hartsville?
Thank you, Your Honor. She admits to the
French-
violation. She was
French
laid up
onion
at
dip,
that
Patricia,
time.
please.
And
That's it.
oops, I accidentally closed my notes. So we would ask to quash that warrant.
Not yet.
This is related to homelessness and camping in the river corridor. And she is currently watching the house of someone and has a place to stay. So
Good point,
if
JJ.
we could quash this, that would be her ask.
Any objection from the city?
Just let her out.
You been in?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay. No objections.
Yesterday.
All right, I'm going to quash the warrant and give you credit for time served. We'll close out the case. Okay? Good luck to you.
One here.
What about once you put the charges up later?
That'll probably be tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Tyler Waters on standby, Raymond Williams. All right, Mr. Waters, we went through this yesterday.
Uh-oh.
How are you doing today?
I'm all right, Your Honor. Sorry about that yesterday. I didn't
Oh.
really understand.
See a
That's
bad boy
okay.
yesterday?
You've got a lot on your plate. And I want to make sure you understand, because I can't take a plea when you tell me I don't know what I'm pleading to, okay?
Yeah.
So let's not go down that road again. So,
Yeah, the deputy explained it better for me that this is the end result or whatever. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
I understand.
all right. And thank you, deputy. You always do a great job. All right, so Mr. Hartzell, what are we doing today? Understanding that he will be revoked in the Department 1 cases.
Yes, Your Honor, we discussed the revocation. I show two suspended sentence, one for 10 days in case ending 66153, one for 30 days,
Lucky Fred.
1 year in the case ending 1153. If the court were willing to run those concurrent, that would be our ask. And I believe he's also prepared to enter a plea today.
Sunny for
on
once.
The on the Peppermill case 15770.
Remember the Peppermill's
We would
a
also be asking for that to run concurrent to those
casino.
sentences. And so he could do 30, perhaps 40 days and close this matter out and put these three behind him.
double nickels outside, Casey Carey. Nice, beautiful day here in the Carolinas. Thank God.
What's the city's position?
Thank you for the two.
I apologize. It looks like he's on the other cases. Those are impositions or sentencing hearings today as well. So he's either been convicted or pled to everything, correct?
I want to believe it says
Everything except
badass.
23 CR 15770. That's the
Okay.
Peppermill case, trespass not amounting to burglary, during the previous 24 months.
Your Honor, if you were to plead to that one, no contest, we would just ask Your Honor to impose a reasonable sentence and revoke him on the other cases. It sounds like he'll be doing a good little chunk of time, so that's what we'd offer.
All right. All right, sir, you heard everything. Do you understand what's happening now?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you plead to the trespass at the Pepper Mill, 15770?
Jack,
Oh, no.
right?
Guilty, no contest? No contest, I guess?
No contest, all right. And were you present for the video this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just pick one.
You have any questions about your constitutional rights?
No,
Are you a veteran of the U.S. military?
no.
I will accept your plea. Now, with respect to, well, do you understand that by entering your plea, that in essence
Yes.
violates your conditions of your suspended sentence
Yeah,
in
for
06613 and 14353?
Yeah, for the 30 days and the 10 days or whatever?
Correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And do you understand that by entering that plea and violating, then you could be revoked?
Yes.
Okay.
True, we
And
need
do
to
you
hang out
admit
outside
then
of Pepper Mill.
to
I agree.
violating the terms and conditions of those
I
suspended
agree.
sentences?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
All right. I'll accept your admission and your plea. You are revoked in order to serve 10 days in the 06613 case. You revoked and ordered to serve 30 days in 14353. In 15770.
We're in
you
Reno,
give credit for
Nevada
time
today, Ashley.
served.
For the moment.
In 00382, I'm going to impose 30 days, but run that concurrent. And in 00383, I'm going to impose 10 days, but run that consecutive. So you will end up doing a total of 40 days. We will
Okay.
give you credit for any time you have served. All right?
All right, and then, so I just got the 40 days.
Yep. Credit for time served.
Okay.
And then when
Stop
you're
saying
released,
that.
you're done
And
with
yes,
all of these cases.
no
So
internet.
then when I'm released, I'm done with everything.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you. Raymond Williams.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
Raymond all the way in the back.
Perfect. That's who we
Do
were
we have an
waiting on.
interpreter yet?
Hold on.
Oh, great.
Your Honor, I did give him a call. He told me it'd be about 20 minutes. He's not here yet. So
All right. Well,
with the conditions, I don't know.
yeah, I don't want him to get in an accident.
That's a great question.
All right. Well, let's
me
take care of
think.
Mr. Williams.
The interpreter has to drive there?
We've got.
Yeah,
looks
we're just gonna
like
wait. We'll just wait for that.
Unpaid fines and fees. And then we've got another one with unpaid fines and fees, and a third one, unpaid fines and fees. So, Mr. Hartzell.
Well, that we were waiting for this dude. That ain't much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Williams has quite a bit going on in our discussion. It sounds that he is on probation out of Carson that's being handled by Washoe County, and he also has a current Virginia City case. I think that our request would be for, I believe that he mentioned, Mr. Williams, would you, you had considered community service if the court were willing to grant that? Because these are essentially civil matters that have a fine, but they've gone to warrant. There are quite a few cases in several jurisdictions going on is my one additional note, Your Honor.
One of my faves is the old gold. And that
Given the amount of
there's
time
so
he's
much.
been in custody, I think, of course, that contributes to his inability to make payments or to otherwise handle this. Yeah, I show it as an insurance operator of insurance as the cause for the arrest warrant.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what they
two
do
of
is just
them,
zoom in.
actually. So
Yeah.
that's
They
quite.
don't allow
a
it
lot.
anymore.
What's the city's position, if any?
Your Honor, if he were to admit the failures to appear and or failures to pay the fine, the city's recommendation would be to give him essentially appropriate credit time served from a converted fine.
Stop saying that.
Or we submit to Your Honor for an appropriate resolution.
All right. Sir, do you admit or deny your failure to comply with the court's order?
Admit.
And do you understand that by admitting I will find you in contempt and that carries with it a maximum possible penalty of 25 days in jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you present for the video this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about your constitutional rights?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll accept your admission. How long have you been in custody?
The judge moved.
All right. So my inclination here is to convert this to jail time. I'll give you credit for time served on the warrant. And then convert the first one, which would be 22 TR 07836 to 7 days in the Washoe County Jail, credit for time served. And then in the second case,
It's like one big advertisement for
20
him today.
TR 12932, another 7 days in the Washoe County Jail consecutive.
He's paid the
And then
judge off.
with respect to 23 CR 02789, I will just give you credit for time served. So you're going to have to do 14 days to clean this up.
Your turn.
24 CR 09018.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, the interpreter made it.
Officer.
Yeah.
Mr. Russell,
Oh, he's a little slow. Never mind.
Quería ayudar.
I think. Is he blind?
¿Entiendes lo que está pasando?
No, sí.
Tienes dos cargos. Entrar a un lugar sin donde no debías estar.
I don't speak Yiddish. I have no idea what he's saying.
Table.
Did he forget his hearing aids at home?
Yes.
And Your Honor, there was a competency evaluation, I believe, in which the defendant has been found incompetent.
Okay.
Oh, no
Is there a
kidding.
motion from the city?
Yes, Your Honor. The city does move to dismiss the case based on his incompetency.
Wow.
I don't see any information that he's any kind of danger as far as doing a civil commitment. So that's it, Your Honor. Thanks.
All right, the matter will be dismissed without prejudice.
He's-
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
No
Thank you
idea
for
what just
making the
happened.
trip.
But all right. Is that it? Speaking Greek?
Drive safe.
That's the only
All
part of
right,
that I
now
got.
believe we have end of docket. So Katrina Pierce.
All right, let's.
Oh, they said incompetent. I thought they said
Yeah.
he was
Have any information
incontinent.
for her?
Incontinent. Yes,
Health
like
issue.
he's shitting himself everywhere.
She is in our mental health housing unit, Your Honor. I was told.
Running for double D's, thank you. We've got a mental health
Okay,
patient coming,
Why
so
don't
we
we
might.
order a competency evaluation on her? No
Hang
bail
for
hold
that.
pending that evaluation.
I don't think she's around. All right. Tell you what, give me just a second.
Barlow?
Let's jump to something else. And see. I am monitoring. I'm monitoring looking over here.
And I am monitoring my internet coming back on.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna happen or what?
Before we got a chase, maybe. It's just remarkable how they can just do this middle of the day.
I
Yeah,
know,
apparently.
I know.
Apparently it's been like, oh yes, I got a haircut. Yes, thank you.
It really does make you wonder. Vicky, hallelujah. Let's jump over to here in YOLO and
Only live once.
see what's happening.
So everything is she's doing very well. She has 89 days.
Kenya's 7 months, remember. Oh, she's very low.
Request from the people, I believe, is to continue the matter about 4 months.
Yes.
Okay, well, congratulations on that, Ms. Lee. That is very important, and it shows that you are making efforts to make your life easier and improving. So,
Thank you for giving me a second chance for the first time.
okay, so let's come back then. What was the time frame?
Is that awfully low for everybody else too? It's low for me.
And one case is still PTC, one is RJP.
I believe we're doing both, but I need to do one confirmation component. I thought the Seraphin was doing, but she's out, so. Right now, I'm anticipating we're gonna divert both cases.
So both of them can go for 4 months. It'll just be sort of an automatic.
If there is a problem, we will contact you. I'm not anticipating that.
There's a problem. We'll
Okay.
solve it.
So, how about May
Get
16th?
out the hook. Well, that
Works.
DJ resolves it.
That will work. Thank you.
Welcome, Chris. Right on
May
time. Guys,
16.
I just, it's very low and slow moving there, huh? I tell you.
Yeah, it was a little hard to hear.
Yeah, it's once in a while some of these are super loud and others are just like you know. Yeah, no. It's a perfect example why Creed does not like to do court by himself is navigating through especially different live court stuff. Just never know.
It's a grab bag. It really is. And
It is.
hopefully we were hoping to get some licking where we could just get in there and do some really good licking. But
They're not live yet.
doesn't look like that's going to happen today either.
People know though. There's 35 people on waiting for licking, which I think is kind of high.
That is.
Those of you who don't know, they're always live and they just pop on, so you never know really when they're going live, if you will.
It must be getting close to time. If that many people they know probably know something we don't know.
That's entirely possible.
But,
One of my
we got a
favorites.
really good show lined up later.
Callahan
Hey, it's the old
County.
man.
And watch me. This Kim person? Okay, on CV 23691,
Sorry.
we're looking for a Kim Wishin or Wishin. Kim, you out there?
Kim?
We're pretty convinced he or she's not out there.
Nancy?
All right, Grunwald, can you hear us? Okay. Grunwald, the petitioner isn't here, so we're going to strike and dismiss this. I don't know what's going on there, but we don't have a petitioner, okay?
Work it out
Thank
all
you,
day.
Dale.
He ran a mile already today.
Lady here in our audience is here for a name.
Who is this other person sitting there?
That could be another name change.
Who the hell is that?
Love this judge.
iPhone 11, can you unmute and let us know who you are?
iPhone 11, can you unmute and let us know your name?
My name is Mitchell Ward, Your Honor.
There's an old school joke, JJ.
Oh, that's Mitchell.
Hey, Mitchell.
Late for court.
Yeah, I was doing probation stuff in La Push, and I was trying to get in the call, but the service was real spotty down there for some reason, so I wasn't able to.
Okay. Well, the main thing
Oh, there's
is
a fiber optic.
court, we got to
That's
make
why.
sure we got a good mailing address. We got a Founder's Way address, apartment C3. Is that a mailing address for you?
No, it's actually I have a change of address. It's still on Founder's Way, but yeah, it's not that apartment no more.
Okay. Well, you need to make sure you know do you know what your apartment is right now off the top of your head?
289 Founder's Way,
Oh, 289. Yes.
apartment 214.
214. And you're going to get mail there, yeah?
Yes, Your Honor.
That looks great.
Okay. So where did we leave off on this thing? Besides, it's a really old case. Oh,
Yeah,
my.
he's been on reviews for quite a while.
Good news. Licking is up. In a minute, we'll jump over
But
there
does
after
he
this,
have an
dude.
attorney
Yes,
right now?
yes, Mr. Kressel.
Yes, Mr. Kressel. Okay, let's set a court date for him in, I guess, February 5th, maybe, or something. Okay, Mitchell, we're bringing you back to court on February 5th. If you're going to have trouble with reception, you probably just want to get to Forks. We don't want to have to issue another warrant for you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, I have a letter from West End Outreach, and I'll get it faxed to you from Mr. Kessel.
Callahan County, wherever
Yeah,
that
no,
is.
we need he needs that, and we need that. So that sounds good. Listen, we're going to see you on.
Is it Washington?
We're going to see you at 1:30 on February 5th. Okay, and like I say, if you think you're going to have trouble, you might as well just get to Forks so we can see you.
Okay, yeah, I'd prefer to be there in person. So I'll be there in person.
All right, we'll see you on the 5th, Mitchell.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, bye, Mitchell. Bye, Mitchell.
Take
Take
care,
care, bud.
Oh, Mitchell. Mitchell.
Well, it just came on for a minute, and now they're back to just being like son of a bitch. It came on live. Just
They can't.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh God, I just saw the new Sue, and it's not looking good.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Is it Judge
it's
George?
Judge George.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. We're waiting on Judge George. Teaser for today said something about got a good show lined up. God willing, if all of our internet doesn't go out or power, you never know.
yeah, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. We got some. I don't want to say they're wild drunk women, but they're women and they're drunk and they're slightly on the wild side.
All right, I like that.
So we got a lot of that. It's going to be a good time.
Barb?
But the big show is tomorrow, Creed. Members only, 5:30. You do not want to miss it. You got to be there.
Yeah,
Just
I believe it is a Mr. Sue, FYI. I'm pretty sure. Not sure if it's a.
Oh, Mr. Sue.
Yeah.
Goodbye, other Sue.
Oh. Still want to talk to Sue at some point.
I hope those two hook up. The courtroom could be a great place for a love affair.
That's a good point. All right. Since it is Judge George, and since it is, no offense, George's all right. George is all right. And just,
I like it. He has a fill-in when the old dude or something comes in.
We haven't seen him in a long. Oh, we haven't seen him in a long time, have we? Good point. Yeah, apologize, guys. Think whenever there's the slightest. This happened back in the day with the radio show too. If there was ever just the slightest little thing that was different from our day to day, what we do, everything is off. Everything is different. It's just how it is, isn't it? Crazy. You remember those days? Just every once in a while, doing the old radio show, it'd just be something, just the slightest little thing, and just one of the best backdrops in all of court on YouTube. I mean, does it get any better than that, Mr. TP? I don't know what they're doing, no volume. But I guess nothing too spectacular over there, I guess. But it's such a great background. Oh, my God. Want to just go watch the Trump stuff? Is that what you said? Is that it?
This is my favorite comment right here. There it is.
Read it to me while I find something.
Credence and Mikey. Yo, I saw you getting out of your car the other day. And I tried to wave you down so we could scrap. But you just put your head down and acted like you couldn't see me. You know I was there, Daddy.
Thank you,
wanted a piece of this ass.
YouTube. D-Daddy. Thanks. Great seeing you.
Anytime, any place.
So sorry to stop the
Creed's
time.
not the fighter. I am. You picked the wrong person.
Well, I haven't left the house in about 5 days. So.
All right, we'll send your paperwork there. Thank you, sir. You can log out.
Thank you.
Yeah, another court that I missed too is the Wire in Georgia. Remember, where it was the Wire to the podium of that place.
Your Honor, do you see anyone else in the breakout room? Ms. Davis, Ms. Fitzgerald?
So no, I don't see Ms. Davis or Ms. Fitzgerald. There's nobody else in a breakout room. I think just Ms. Redbender that's with us in the courtroom.
So whenever Your Honor's ready, I'm ready on that one.
All right, Ms. Redbender, come forward, please.
That sounds like a fake name, doesn't it?
No. I used to go to school with a raindrop cloud sun girl. She's a very nice girl.
It's Rain Thunder.
All right, looks like we have a release violation that I suppose we will deal with first. Gaffney, I'll go to you.
Well, Your Honor, my understanding is that she was taking biofreeze for shoulder injury, and that threw off the reading. That there is alcohol content, and she squared that all up with probation.
That's a lot of biofreeze.
The bracelet. They said they had to because of this review, but my understanding is she
They put it back, but they told me that they had to take it off to redo it. And they wanted to wait 2 days to make sure the biofreeze and the content was out of my system. And then they put it back on.
And do we know when they're gonna put it back on?
They already put it back on. They put it back on 2 days after they took it off to make
You're
sure.
wearing a SCRAM monitor right now?
So the scram picked it
So
up,
what-
maybe?
What probation had set in was basically that they're unable to monitor. So in Ms. Red Thunder, how long have you had it back on?
Since they took it off on the 26th of December and they put it back on the 28th.
Okay.
They just wanted to make sure.
So you've had it on since the 28th.
I put it on, I had it on December 5th. Yes, and then they took it off on the 26th and put it back on.
It probably changes the tenor of the release. Do you want to be heard on that, Ms. Carney?
In terms of.
Well, initially it looked like scram was not a viable option, at
Right.
least in the way that Ms. Hawes had wrote up the violation. Very clearly, between the 22nd, when this was sent to Ms. Hawes, and the 26th, when they took it off and put it on again, it looks like scram is viable. She is wearing a scram monitor.
That's,
So
I agree. I don't have, the city, I think the report was December 22nd, and Ms.
I mean-
Gaffney did let us know that it appears that they can now monitor since this report. I know.
Even if the
holidays
scram is
happened in there.
super sensitive,
didn't get
it's
that
got to take a lot of
confirmation, but hearing it
biofreezing.
Today, the
I
city
would
would,
think.
obviously, I think we would just stick with our scram, condition at this time.
yeah.
Gina, keep in mind we're on
Very much
multiple
that.
different platforms
I
also,
didn't think that
including
was-
two
So,
different
Ms.
YouTubes.
Gaffney, what is the status on the case and what is the defense asking?
On the readiness, Your Honor, I'm just gonna talk with my client and see if we'll execute a waiver through February 22nd, so the prosecutor and I can negotiate. I think we're focusing more on the violation and the readiness.
All right, do you need to step back and talk?
Mikey Frey.
I'd like to set a report till February 22nd. You have a right to go to trial within 90 days of your first appearance. That's your speedy trial right. To set it over till February 22nd, you have to agree to waive or give up our speedy trial right and agree to a new date. Beginning commencing February 22nd. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get all that paperwork ready. Do you understand your speedy trial right?
Mikey
You're going
Frey.
to give it up with a new date.
All right. So do you want to get that paperwork done and then we'll, okay, so Ms. Red Thunder, you're going to go over that paperwork with Ms. Gaffney quickly and then we'll get you back up here. Thank you, ma'am.
Guys, I'm going to jump over to David Allen. It looks like he's got a. Oh, wow. Look at that. Was for a second. We had a triple or a double Mikey there.
Yeah, I always know when it's about to cut off because it'll get where I can't hear anything. So
Uh-oh.
if you see me doing a lot of this, it's not that I'm ignoring anyone. I'm just like, it's just going.
Where did David Allen? Looks like he's got a bunch going on. Kelly's not having a very good day, by the way.
You need to unmute yourself and swear.
By the way, this was the wrong way to take biofreeze.
That's true. Yes. Do not drink biofreeze,
I think
please.
I've got it now. Can
Well, we could.
Mikey Frame.
you?
Well, if you stop touching the button, it will allow for us to be able to.
Stop touching the button like
Touch it
Donald
again.
Allen just said.
I'm sorry. I haven't done this in a long time.
So, Ms. Ware, you heard what my explanations were. Do you have any questions?
I actually just got this thing for the volume to work. So if you could repeat it, I'm terribly sorry.
So you have certain rights that are available to you as part of this process. And those rights are going to be included on what's called a pretrial statement that we will send to you. The whole purpose of me having read this was so that I wouldn't have to read it multiple times. So I'm not going to read it multiple times.
Yeah, Andrea looks like she had a fun night too.
You can always recontact the court, but understand this. It will set forth what your rights are as far as having a hearing. That hearing will take place on January 25th at 2:00.
Wrong Kelly.
You have the right to have the assistance of an attorney to help you with this. The attorney contact information will be on the form that we're going to send you, as well as the contact information for.
That's right, milk sandwiches, baby. Get ready, Jenny.
Who will be able to potentially help you with any money that you might need, as well as an option for you to be able to utilize the services of the dispute resolution services center, should you not qualify for services from the department of Health and Human Services or for legal services to the Services Corporation of South Central Michigan. Okay, so again, the hearing on this is called a possession hearing, and that will take place on January 25th, and it will be a Zoom proceeding just like today. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Zen Master, I don't know, have you spoken to the defendant before?
No, I have not, Your Honor.
But if it would profit either of you for you guys to talk to see if there's something.
Not even gonna
that
ask.
you need to work out, so it's not necessary to come back.
No, I certainly, you could put us in a breakout room. I'd be more than happy to talk to her. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Ware, do you know what a breakout room is?
No, I do not. I'm sorry.
So Ms. Ware, a breakout room is. So first of all, I should probably tell you that you were supposed to be here in person today.
Oh, okay. When I'm terribly sorry. When I was talking with Julie yesterday, she had given me the phone number and said it was Zoom. So I'm incredibly sorry.
That would be my mistake. I thought she was able to appear via Zoom.
That's okay. I mean, we are where we're at this point. I don't want to take more time from this because we've got people that are waiting.
Yeah, let's move on to something else. Hey, yo, Aaron, what's up, Aaron?
What we're doing right now.
What's up, Aaron?
Opportunity for you to have a one-on-one conversation with your landlord.
Aaron's a rapper.
In that present, so that you can see if there's
Aspiring.
something you can work out with your landlord's attorney.
Okay.
Okay. If you even need to come back as part of this process.
This dude's gonna vape the whole time, right?
What the situation is, but understand that he is trying to work on behalf of your landlord, which means that he is not working on your behalf.
Sorry.
Okay?
I understand that.
Okay, but he's probably going to be interested in trying to figure out a way to do some form of conditional dismissal.
That hat.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Stockton, if you would place those two folks in the record room, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Very high backwards. Very high. How's he not vaped once yet, though? I am shocked at this. Is that his best go to court outfit, you think? Now we're just this show has turned into Mikey. This show has just turned into waiting to see what Aaron's doing. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, he just left. He saw Mikey. So no, not dealing with this today. Not doing it. That's how it is, right? Oh man.
All right, so the next matter is case 233343. This is High Street Investments versus Barrio de Salones, LLC.
Uh-oh.
The record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. R.J. Cronkite for Plaintiff High Street Investments, LLC.
Great name.
Okay, and it looks like the defendants are present as well. So since this is an LLC, folks, we don't actually have the right to have the assistance of free legal services. I'm not even sure that you will qualify for any form of assistance through the government as well. But I will try to entertain any questions that you might have. Who wants to speak on behalf of the defendant tenants?
I will. I have faults, Your Honor.
Go ahead. You have any questions or concerns?
No, we don't.
So the possession hearing would be scheduled for January 25th at 12 o'clock. It would be a Zoom proceeding just like today. although I suspect that the attorney might want to speak with you in a breakout room as well.
One thing about doing this live is a lot of times we will jump into courts where there's court going on. We have no
But
idea
boring.
how they're talking.
Terrible court. Horrible. Uninteresting.
It happens once in a while.
All right.
So let's go
Nonviolent
see
contact
Judge
is-
George now that double L's gone anyways.
All right. Any other questions? Anything else?
No.
I'd have loved to have seen Aaron, but I think he'll be seeing it about 8 o'clock tonight. Very much so.
She seems sad.
It is, and that's
Next matter is 24
that's
CRB 57.
that's all part of
James Muncie.
doing it live, finding something interesting.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay.
Good afternoon,
Licking
Mr.
never to
Wilson.
put disappoint. No.
I have a complaint. You're charging you with assault. Did you receive a copy of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. Do you need me to read that complaint to you today?
No, sir.
Do it live.
Maximum penalty is 180 days in jail, $1,000 fine. You have any question about that charge?
No, sir.
How'd you like to plead today?
Not guilty.
Dude from That 70s Show, right? Jackass! Yes. Reddit looking good these days.
Want to say anything before I set your bond?
Yeah, would like to get a no LAR bond. I won't have no contact with her. I've got
Great minds think alike.
tried to be up at the clinic Friday. I suffered 5 strokes and a heart attack. They found me dead back in August. So it's been a little bit of a troubling year.
Good Lord.
You got some appointments or anything?
You dumbass.
Yeah.
He said they found him dead.
Friday.
Yes. 5 strokes. They found him dead.
I haven't been in trouble in a long time.
Looks like it. Okay. Now let me see what the complaint says here. You live
They found me dead.
in Pataskala,
Yes, sir.
Mill Street.
Yes, sir. I've been at that residence
Much
for
better.
4 years, and I previously lived at Fifth Avenue in Pataskala all my life.
Okay.
I hear a woman in the background. It's not Sue. Mikey Frame. Oh, he's back. Yes, and
Since no contact with Sonia Gibson, you understand that?
Yes, sir, 100%.
Thank you.
And you won't see me back here except for my court date.
Okay, I hope so.
I'd hate for this guy to headbutt me.
Sir.
All right, we got 2 Wermans and a dude all in for not registering a dog.
As you heard me tell those folks, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application today for a court-appointed attorney. Next matter.
Mikey Frey.
23 CRB 1561, State of Ohio versus Troy Snyder. Mr. Snyder, just have a seat at the table there. Same table you were at earlier.
You said something about return of pencil and stuff.
Yeah, just stick it right back in there if you're done with it. Did you get that all filled out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need that?
Yeah, you can give that to him when we're done. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Snyder, I have 3 complaints here. 2 charging you with failure to register a dog and with prior convictions, and 1 for failure to confine a dog with a prior conviction. Did you receive a copy of those complaints?
As of today, I received something.
Okay.
But they said that they had on file that they tried to send the stuff to me, but it was rejected and sent back. So I wasn't aware
Okay.
of any of this.
Yeah, that's fine. Did you get to see those since then though? Since today?
I got this, but I don't, it doesn't tell me anything about charges.
Okay. You want me to read the charges to you then?
I heard you,
Okay.
but I don't know anything about them.
Okay. But just briefly then, it alleges on October 18th, from the incident we had this morning.
Right.
That
Nobody's getting close to
two
it, I
dogs
think.
that weren't registered. You've been previously convicted of not registering a dog.
22 years ago.
My guy called it.
And then the third one is a failure to confine a dog with a prior
The
conviction.
not registering a dog. I got one when I was up there in members only. Also, I got the
I
murderer.
can look on. I don't. Think
I'm on
Yeah,
a
I couldn't
roll.
believe that guy was a murderer.
I know it looked so normal and everything was. I didn't say it was
so nonchalant that he killed his brother.
Well, you're welcome to plead not guilty. That's a defense to that charge. It would be a lesser offense if you hadn't had a previous.
JG, we took a tour
So as it is,
via
the
a
maximum
chase
penalty
once.
is 30 days in jail, $250
And
fine.
look,
There's a mandatory minimum penalty of a
pretty
$75
rural.
fine.
Which is, sorry, with the first part.
Maximum
They
penalty
care
for
about
their
defense,
dog.
since they allege you had a prior
Today I have,
conviction, is 30 days in jail and a $250 fine.
Okay.
There's a mandatory minimum penalty of a $75 fine. Okay.
Okay.
Any question about those
Damn.
charges?
The main question I have is the previous charges, because I'm not aware of them. Is that something that,
Okay.
is there a time restriction on,
I don't believe so.
so they could go back 20, 50?
Bye, Mikey.
As far as I know, I don't want to tell you wrong, but I don't think the statute has any time length in it.
Definitely not aware.
Any other questions?
No, that's my main question. The problem is I can't make a judgment call if I don't know.
Well, you can get a copy of your prior convictions record.
Yeah, she tried to look and she couldn't find it either. So it is odd that it's on there.
Okay. What's that? Okay. You have a case number? Okay.
Sure, the internet's so it's not his phone.
03 CRB.
We're doing our
59.
best. We're gonna hear about these next two dog violations from these Mormons that are
I'm
in
looking right now.
in the
See if I
church
can see what it
pews,
says here.
and then we shall say goodbye, just like Mikey just did to us again.
I can't see any documents. That's not. This is DP. Okay, yeah, I don't have any prior cases in our court. This is the only thing I can see is our court.
Listen, those Cricket wireless commercials
Okay.
may be funny,
I know that I
but they've
had
got terrible.
Something with a dog that got loose 20 years ago.
Okay.
But I don't think
Was
it
that in
a-
Licking County?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't think it was a failure to confine. That's
Okay.
the thing that.
Okay.
Close enough.
Because he was on a dog lead on
Yeah.
a chain.
Okay.
I didn't have a fence back then.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure on that.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to plead not guilty so that I can get sorted out. If what the prosecutor
My
will run
God.
the background to find out, make sure there's a prior. If there's not a prior, they'll amend it to the lesser offense, which would be a maximum penalty of $100 fine.
All in one
and
show.
a mandatory minimum of $25 if you haven't been convicted of either of those offenses before.
Okay. Well, I'd like to move this forward if I can.
Okay.
As far as the failure to register goes, the frustrating thing is, and I think I even have this on camera and audio because I can show you on my phone, but it's at my house. It's constantly on. The dog warden told me that day, he stressed that he really wanted me to go get the licenses.
Yeah.
And said, as long as I get them, I wouldn't be charged. Well, the whole thing, the whole series of events, he brought the dangerous dog paper and put it on my garage door like a week later, and I had already registered him. So he left his phone number on there, and I called him, and I was, happy to tell him, hey, I got him registered.
Okay.
And I said, you need me to send you in the proof? And he said, no, it's in the system. I can see it.
Yeah.
So then he said that if I wanted to come and pick up the paperwork for the dangerous dog.
Hector, you know they do in
charge,
looking
I
about the
could,
dog stuff.
Or he could bring it to
Crazy.
me, and I was real nice. I was like, no, don't bring it to me. I'll go ahead and do it for you. So the following week, I went out and got the paperwork. So he had all that time.
Gina, we make
bring
jokes
up that
about
he
it, but
was
seriously,
gonna
there's
go
so many people
on
in
his
court in
word
Licking
and charge
County
me
for
with
this.
this other offense.
It's
And
crazy.
not even the failure to confine. I'm just now finding out about that.
Okay. Yeah, they were filed on November 8th, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know date wise, but he never ever mentioned that the whole time.
Okay, well, I'm especially if you don't have a prior conviction, I would encourage you to plead.
I gotcha.
plead
It's
not
just
guilty.
frustrating.
Yeah, I understand, and you'll have a chance. You can talk to an attorney or talk to the prosecutor at your next at your trial date if you don't want to hire an attorney or apply for an attorney. Because I don't know if you qualify, but that's good. Those are all good reasons to plead not guilty today. If that's what you want to do.
What if I can ask? What is a failure to confine? What
This
does
guy
that
don't stop, huh?
What is that charge? What is that saying that I did wrong?
I mean, Judge George's handling it nicely.
So you have to keep it confined on your premises. Basically, if your dog gets out, you failed to confine
So
the
then
dog.
I'm guilty if my dog, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's
See,
not.
this is why
There's
I
not
don't
much
wanna
to
waste-
it. There's not much
right,
to it.
We're talking about a couple
But-
hundred and
But
fines,
if you
correct?
don't have a prior, the penalties are lesser.
Right. So if I was to plead guilty, are you going to go off of what they say?
If you plead guilty to these, I'm going to fine you the minimum mandatory fine, which is $75 per charge.
Okay, so regardless of the prior.
I'm not going to send you to jail if that's what you're asking.
No, I know. I hope.
Uh,
No, that's not what I'm getting at. I don't want to have things on my record that I shouldn't.
Right, and there's also the issue too of restitution. So we will, even if you plead guilty today, I'll probably have to have another hearing for the victim of the affair to confine.
Oh, okay, so it would go.
Like she would be entitled for you to pay for her medical problems, probably.
Right.
And we'll have a hearing about
that.
So.
Yeah, well, I got to plead guilty, man. The dog got loose. I'm
Okay.
not going to try to lie.
To all three charges.
There's three here because I got failure to confine. and
Two failure to register the
Okay,
dogs.
2 dogs.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's all 3 of those.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then
I did register them though.
that's
within a
good.
couple
No,
days.
that's good. They have to be registered technically before the beginning of the year, but
Yeah, I wasn't. Got a lot going on.
Plead guilty, pay the fine.
Okay.
Chain your dog up.
But if you don't think you have a prior conviction for those things,
I know I got some kind of charge 20 years ago, but not.
and you think it was in this county, in our county?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
definitely same
We don't have it coming up, so I would encourage you to maybe at the next hearing we'll clear that up and you can plead guilty then instead of now.
Oh, okay. Well, then that'd be the smart decision.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
want-
that's the
I mean,
right thing to do.
I don't want you to plead guilty to if it's not true.
Yeah, I don't.
I understand that you violated the two things they said you did. If you don't have priors, though, I want you to get the first
Get that
offense.
figured it out.
I'll fine you $25 instead, $75 on each one, and
Okay.
and you won't
Fair.
have you won't have a 4th degree misdemeanor charge. It'll be an unclassified
I
misdemeanor.
got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just this one right now, because I know we're gonna wrap it up after the ladies here.
Okay. All right. We'll get a trial date set. Like I said, I assume they'll ask for restitution.
He
It's
gave
a
up.
different prosecutor than was here today because that's the county. They're from the county. It'll be the law director.
I told him I didn't like his haircut. And he just left. Didn't even say anything.
So obviously be prepared for that as well.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was already.
Okay.
I could tell.
Yeah, I imagine.
I would have threatened him with jail time just for fun, just
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
to get a reaction out of him.
Next matter is 23 TRC 10164, State of Ohio versus Kelly Kissos.
I don't think
Yep.
that. Oh, it's another Kelly. Today's the day of Kelly.
Ms. Kissos, I have a
Yes.
ticket here from December 13, charging you with an asserted clear distance violation, operating a vehicle under influence of alcohol with a
No.
.334 breath test,
Oh.
failure to reinstate your license, and leaving the scene of an accident.
Oh,
Did you receive a copy of that ticket?
bad girl.
The maximum penalty for assured clear distance violation is a $150 fine. The maximum,
What is that?
Assured clear distance
What
violation.
does that mean?
It's not being far enough behind the person in front of you. So I'm assuming there was an accident. You hit somebody in the rear. Yeah, that's what that charge is. Okay. The maximum penalty for the OVI offense is 6 months in jail, a $1,625 fine, and a 7-year license suspension. There's a mandatory minimum penalty of 20 days in jail, $525 fine, and a 1-year license suspension. The maximum penalty for your failure to reinstate charge is 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. And the maximum penalty for leaving the scene of an accident is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. There's a mandatory license suspension of 6 months to 3 years. Have any question about those charges today?
Okay, so for the OPI, since I left the accident and I got home, the police didn't show up till later, and I had a drink in my own home.
You're welcome to talk to an attorney about those things.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's something you sit there and talk to the judge about.
Any other questions?
No.
Sounds like a good excuse, but then you just say that's why you left the scene of the accident.
I get charged guilty with that, then I have to do at least 20 days.
Pull the Michael
there's a
Waltrip
mandatory
position.
20 days because you have a prior conviction in 22 and because
Dumb thing about it. Appreciate you.
So that's the mandatory minimum time in jail. Any other questions about anything? Okay. How would you like to plead today?
So even if I plead like guilty and then like I talk to the attorney and like explain the situation about how like I wasn't drinking while driving, should I plead not guilty then?
If
she's going to try to.
She didn't commit the offense. If you don't think you committed the offense, then that's what. That's
okay. Then yeah, not guilty.
And she's trying to get out of the DUI or OBI, whatever it's called there, by saying that she had
guilty to the license offense.
all those drinks after the accident.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she'll basically take the charge for leaving the scene of an accident.
Okay.
Which I would imagine is much, much, much easier to navigate and easier to pay off than a DUI or OBI. God bless.
Okay. You understand that a guilty plea is a complete admission of your guilt?
Yes.
You understand you're waiving your right to an attorney as to the hit skip charge by pleading guilty to that charge?
Oh, I can't.
You can, but at this point, you're entering a guilty plea without an attorney.
Yeah, I mean, I
So,
did. I
okay.
and I left this scene of the accident. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. You're entitled to an attorney on the OVI charge. But right now, if you tell me you're guilty, that means you're not going to have representation to help you with that charge.
Okay, yeah,
You
not
understand
guilty
that?
to the OVI, but guilty to all the other ones.
Okay.
'Cause I am guilty
Okay.
of those.
So as to those,
Yeah,
you understand
that's what
today,
that's
you're
her
waiving your
angle.
right to have an attorney with you here. You understand
on
that?
those charges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I get.
You
If you're going to
understand
fight
waiving
one of
your
them,
right
it's
to
got
have
to
a
be.
trial, either to a jury or to the court on those charges.
Yeah.
Okay. At a trial, you'd be able to call witnesses to testify on your behalf, subpoena witnesses to force them to appear here and testify.
She gets
and
good enough.
present evidence.
She gets a good enough judge or a good enough lawyer. She'll get. Yeah.
You understand that? As to those charges only.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay. You still have that right to the charge you pled not guilty to.
Okay.
Okay. You understand you're giving up your right to question any witnesses the state would have against you on those charges. Okay. And finally, you understand you're giving up the right to have the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you did in fact commit those offenses.
Ha, no. Two nice monitors and that's it.
Okay.
A bunch
I
of
accept your guilty
windows
plea as to those offenses.
opened up on those monitors. That's it. I need a third monitor. I need a new computer that runs 3 monitors. Then we'll all be happy.
You live in Mount Gilead?
No, I live at 685.
Granville?
West, yeah.
Okay. You live in Granville. Okay.
Well, guys, I think that's it. She's going to plead not guilty. He's going to give I would imagine just give her a date.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today on the condition you not use any alcohol or drugs. Okay. We'll get a trial date set for
JG,
the OVI.
my creed frames have nothing to do with
the
the
an
internet.
attorney, you can apply for one today. If not, you can hire one.
I have to
okay?
go to business class
Okay, thank
for the next up. We have very strong internet.
Give them to him. Yep.
Thankfully.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that's it. That's all. It's been fun. We'll see you at 4:05, guys. God willing. Hopefully, Mikey's internet is fixed. Either way, we'll see you at 4:05 for a kind of a hybrid, as I say, between some wild Wormans and some drunkies. We'll see you then. Thank you, guys. Oh, and also, hold on. There you go. Cool. Thank you for the PP. Gary, thank you. This is the monetary monorail today, just so you know. Casey, thank you. Wonder Twin, Double D's, and Zoom. Thank you guys so much. One last hallelujah. Appreciate you. We'll be back here, for court tomorrow, 1:00 East, and we'll see you back, Yeah, Drunk Take Thursday. I like that. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your day. We'll see you at 4:05 back here for We Gotta Chase. Have a good one. Thank you, guys.